later on. But of course, there was another game today which finished 2-1. It was Manchester City 2, Nottingham Forest 1. I will come to you in a second, Dean, but I know you had a very close eye on this game, Qualms. What did you make? Of course, you see Man City breathing down your neck for that league title. Of course, you want to get it under wraps. What did you make of the game? Did you think it was a very impressive performance from Man City, or did Forest kind of play into their hands a little bit in the end there?
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing for Forest. I mean, don't get me wrong, Man City are a very, very good team. They're on form. Obviously, they've won the last 5 games, like in the Prem and Champions League and that. So they're definitely on a high. I just felt the first half was kind of there for the taking. There was again lack of quality from certain players like Omari Hutchinson. I just need a little bit more. They were very passive in the midfield. I think I was talking to Kenya as well. He was talking about the midfield, about 10 yards away from the man. And the thing is with City, you've got to stifle them. Especially in the first 15, 20 minutes of a game. And you're at home. So I really thought that home field advantage would do well for them. But Man City are very professional. And as much as you can nullify their top goal scorer, Haaland, of 19 goals now, you still got other players that you need to be aware of. And the one is sitting top is Shirky. And he's phenomenal. He's a player I watched many a times before he came to Man City. And he's one I've always liked, and I really wish that we even went in to go and get him.
Silky.
Oh, he's so silky. Yeah. But he just brings so much quality. Look, he's 7 assists already. Yeah. It's ridiculous what he's doing, and then he gets the winning goal. And I know at the start of the season, kind of Pep was kind of easing him in, and now he's found his groove. And now it seems like Man City are starting to grind out these results. They're getting goals from out of nowhere, which is securing them the 3 points. And you can tell how elated Pep Guardiola is, That is a very, very good 3 points away from home. That puts pressure on us. Yeah. So I'm disappointed in Forest. I really expected them to see out the draw. Are you feeling a
bit under the collar a bit? Obviously,
I felt under the collar before.
Arsenal didn't have the greatest of month. He had a little bit of a bad spell in there.
Wobble
dropped
with
a few
Wolves,
points.
Yeah. Just about got a result against Everton. It was their own goal. We're struggling to create and score goals ourselves. We're relying on opposition. Again, we're looking at this whole controlling aspect of the game. Where we need to be a bit more dominant, where we need to kind of flex ourselves and our creativity. We're not doing it.
Dan Pep Guardiola has shown that he is the king of adapting over
100%.
the years. Just quickly, because we have a lot of other fixtures to get into there. If you had to put your money on someone right now, you've seen the way City are starting to get goals across the pitch now. It was, of course, all Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
Earlier on in the year, we sit here a month ago. He was the only person that had scored more than 1 goal for the club. Now Cherky's pitching in. Foden's had a
100%.
really, really great month. Who would you put your money on? Do you think that Arsenal will have enough to see it out, or do you think this is City?
I think City. Everyone knows City. Once they start ticking over, this was a massive win for them. Just in terms of how the game went. Not Forest pulled one back, and I was listening to. Unfortunately, I wasn't watching it. I was listening on the radio, and it seemed like Forest had a sort of arm in the game in the second half. Yeah. City got their goal. It's a massive 3 points for them, because even if you draw this game and Arsenal win, it's 4 points in Arsenal's favour. Do you know what I mean? So I think this again, like Kwame said, it puts pressure on Arsenal to try and get a result today, which I think they most probably will. They're at home. But yeah, brilliant performance from City in terms of getting the job done.
Yeah.
And I think City, and in May, I think City will be lifting the Premier League title.
They've been pretty ruthless and lethal lately. But before we do get into the fixtures, we've got a whole load of fixtures. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Of course, smash a like. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you tick that notification bell, because there is a whole host of great content coming over for the rest of this festive period over on DR Sports. You don't want to miss any of it. Let me tell you that for a fact.